Good evening, everybody. Good evening from very windy Utsjoki, or actually very windy, apparently only at my house. So as always, I need your help. If you can hear me and see the image well, it would be lovely to have a comment from you guys, just to confirm that everything is okay. And Daiki, good evening to you. Glad that you can hear me. Hopefully the wind is not going to be too loud in the microphone. And we have Sue from the UK. Hello, Sue. And we have actually quite bright lights already. And let's move to the east, where the show is starting even more to the southern direction. I'm quickly saying hello to the stream so that you see that we are live. And we have Christina, good evening to you. Sound is very faint. Let me try to increase the volume. Maybe that's a little bit better now. Thank you, Herne, for letting me know. I think it must be a little bit better now. I have increased the volume. It is extremely windy here. Just before 9 p.m. We had some green band in the sky for quite a while. And now it is actually becoming really good, going all the way to the zenith. So let's stay here, going from east. The camera is now pointing east, straight up into the sky. And the sound is better. Thank you. Hi, Andy. Hope you're doing well. So the weather forecast was not giving me any good news at all. It was also not giving me this wind. So yeah, quite a spontaneous live stream here. I don't know how long we're going to stay together, but let's see, as long as it's clear and that we have green in the sky. We have Pepika here again. Good evening to you. I think that we might get some really nice lights. Usually when there is this blob that you can see at the bottom of the screen, which is almost exactly the eastern direction, it very often grows to something quite big and strong. So we're going to watch this develop, and luckily we can move the camera around, so that will be really, really good tonight. As always, make sure to check your stream settings, both on YouTube and Facebook. You have the settings wheel, and you can choose 1080p I noticed very recently that also Facebook unlocked the 1080p for my channel, for my page. So make sure if your bandwidth allows it to use the 1080p resolution, and you'll get a much better image quality when you do so. The lights are quite bright, very static right now, but really bright. So that's a good sign that it is so bright. I can clearly see all this to the naked eye. And we have David from Colorado, from Aurora, Colorado. That's really nice. And Fadi, hello. So for the newcomers on this stream, let me show you where we are. Hi, Paolo from East Anglia. So here we are on the green dot in Utsjoki, that's the far north of Finland. And in a little while I will show you, when I turn the camera to the left, the Norwegian side, because I am that close to the border, actually just across the border on the other side of the river. So I live along the river. We have a car coming along the road. I just stepped outside my house on the side of the road. That's where I have the most open view. I really didn't want to go all the way down to the river in this crazy wind. You can see with the car all the wind and all the snow crystals in the air everywhere. It is quite crazy weather. It is about minus 12, minus 13 degrees centigrade tonight. So that is pretty cold, and with the wind, I don't even want to know what's the temperature. As you can see, the bottom is developing a little bit to the left, and I am very, very confident that we are getting to have some really good lights. So while we are waiting for the lights, let me show you Norway. So this is the road on the Finnish side and the mountains on the other side of the river over there are already in Norway, and I'm standing on the Finnish side. And as you can see, the lights are getting bigger and bigger. So let's keep monitoring this. And the light that you can see over there, that's the road that's going also along the river on the Norwegian side, and there is a big truck driving there right now. And the lights are getting bigger and bigger. And Mr. Money Pony is saying very beautiful stream quality. Thank you so much. It's almost every day a challenge with the stream quality and getting the right setup and being ready and all the cables. We are outside. As I said, I'm in front of my house, but still makes no difference if it's in front of my house or 10 kilometers away. It is a challenge to get all the cables, and when it's so cold like today, all the cables become so stiff and the connections fail, and so I'm really happy that you guys can enjoy a good quality. And we have some faint red coming above the green. You can probably see it if you're watching full screen with a 1080p quality resolution. And hello again, Denise from Germany and Gus from Kallojärvi. I think, Gus, I still owe you pictures. I will not forget, don't worry about that. And we are just going to turn to the west so that you can see the whole range of the lights. So we are here to the east, going all the way up, and then north and west, and then down to the other side. So as you can see, we have a full band of Aurora here. Ah, je t'ai envoyé les photos. I had so many to send that I lost a bit track in my head. Et bien sûr, bonsoir les francophones. Comme d'habitude, on va dire quelques mots en français. J'espère que vous allez bien. On est en direct sur le bord du fleuve Teno à Utsjoki, dans le grand nord de la Laponie finlandaise. Il y a un vent de fou. I think that we don't have a lot of Belgians tonight on the stream, at least not as many as usually. I think most of you guys are busy with watching the football tonight. And we are watching something green as well, and a lot more interesting than the football. I think I need to go back to the other direction, as it's starting to look also really nice over there. As you can see, this is better, and bigger. It's still not moving fast, but it looks like it could happen anytime soon. And yes, we have indeed lights almost all over the sky. It's really spanning from almost east to west and going straight overhead and even a little bit to the south. So that is really nice, filling the frame nicely. And David is saying that he prefers to see the Aurora in real time and not time-lapse. And this is indeed what I offer you here, real time, live. And if you head to my YouTube channel, I think that by now all of the Aurora videos are real time videos, real speed, no cheating. I desaturate my videos by quite a lot to give you an experience that is as close to reality as possible. So this is really nice. And we have Elton here. Good evening to you. So for those of you who've been here since we started tonight, about 20 minutes ago, we just had a thin bend in that direction, and now it's spreading and filling almost the entire frame, and it is very, very visible to the naked eye. And as you can see, hello everybody, we are live. It is real. And Angelica on Facebook, hello to you as well. And Pierre from Turku. Still cloudy there, I'm sorry to hear, but at least you have a little bit of snow, so winter is coming to you as well. We've been having a few really amazing days here since Saturday. It's been very, very cold here, and it's been snowing a little bit, so everything is white. We have frost on the trees, the polar night is starting, so we have amazing colors all over. I've been flying my drone today. I will share some pictures later. I was planning to do that tonight, but I got distracted, as you can see. Let's try to show you as much as possible. And we are starting to see more shapes and a little bit faster movement as well. So I'm quite confident that we might be able to get a good show. I mean, this is already a good show, to be honest. This is not yet moving super fast or anything, but we have lights in almost 2/3 of the sky, I would say. And it is quite bright, and it is green and visible to the naked eye. What you see on the stream is always a little bit more colorful than reality, but to be very honest, not by much. I'm always honest with you, those of you who've been following me for a while. I always say the truth about the colors that I can or cannot see to the naked eye. And we have James also joining on Facebook. Good evening to you. Yes, it looks very lively tonight. It is not moving fast yet, but fingers crossed. In my experience, almost every time when the lights are starting in this shape to the east, then something pretty big happens. Not every time, but it's something that I have observed quite often around this time of the night. I'm going to get the stills camera ready as well. To see what we have. Then we have a car coming. I don't know if it's in Norway or on our side. Looks like Norway. And we do have some movement now that is visible to the naked eye. I think that it's going to look nicer very soon. It's already getting brighter. I'm just waiting for that truck in Norway to get out of my frame so I can take a proper picture. Nice. And Michael, yes, it is amazing. Christina, yes, let's wait to see what happens. If you want to share this with your friends, I think it's the right time. It is getting greener and brighter. So it is a nice time to join us here in Utsjoki at 9 p.m. If you like this stream and if you would like to support me, this is becoming quite a big part of my activity. I have a Buy Me a Coffee page. You can find the link in the video description and on the screen. And if you want to buy me a coffee or two, that would be extremely appreciated. And for everyone who sends some coffee my way, I will send a wallpaper kind of picture in the couple of days that follow the live stream. So your support is always appreciated. And of course the free support to subscribe and follow my channels and pages is always also very, very appreciated. We are getting green, green and green, and we are getting stuff happening over there. So let's see, we have more shapes here. This actually might start dancing soon. And Tina, you are welcome. James is asking what is the temperature. It is minus 13, I think, here. Like minus 12, minus 13. It is extremely cold though, so extremely windy though, so it feels colder than that. And we have Floris here. Good evening to you. Come on, lights. I think that we have some nice movement here, and I think that we maybe need to go back to the right. So we are constantly changing direction, and we have the lights that I promised are happening over here with some movement starting and some very well defined shapes. So don't hesitate to share with your friends and family. And Mary, thank you so much for the coffees. They will keep me warm at some point. And I will send you pictures at some point when I get back behind the computer. And Lyon, you're very welcome. This is indeed a gorgeous view tonight with some really beautiful northern lights here in Utsjoki in the far north of Finland. It's always a challenge for me to decide when I should go out and start the stream, because if I start too early and it's boring, then nobody's watching, and if I go too late, then obviously we miss everything. I think tonight we found quite a nice balance and we are getting some really good action. So sit back and enjoy, and share the link, please, so that we have more and more people viewing. If you are new here, please let me know where you are watching from. It's always nice to see that we can share this amazing nature show with people all over the world. And now we have some proper green visible to the naked eye. And I have to say that what you see on the stream is 90% the same as what I can see to the naked eye. And yes, Michael, in South Florida, I bet you are much warmer than me at the time. I actually don't mind the cold, and you get used to it. It's a little bit challenging at the beginning of winter. You need to get used to it again. Went filming on a frozen lake on Sunday. It was minus 25. It was our first really cold day, and that was not very pleasant, but in a couple of weeks we will be used to it. And now we have some movement above the tree. The famous tree of Utsjoki that my followers have decided is not going to be chopped down. And Christina, Long Island, New York. Nice to have you here almost every time we go live. And Magne from Canary Island, thank you so much for the compliment. Elton, you have to come back to visit us one day. I'm sorry I missed you when you were here. And the green continues. Let's take another couple of still images. So something you can't really see on the stream is that we do have quite a bit of red that's mixed in the green. The red is much fainter and it's usually only visible like now when I'm taking a long exposure. Now it's becoming really strong behind the tree. It's even overexposed. So of course stay tuned on my social networks, Facebook and Instagram, and you will see the red. Et bonsoir Bernadette. Je ne regarde pas le foot parce que je ne suis pas belge. Allez les Diables Rouges, je ne connais même pas le score. Bonsoir les Belges, bonsoir les Français, bonsoir tous les francophones d'ailleurs. Et bienvenue sur ce direct en plein spectacle d'aurore boréale. And Zalim, hello to you. Welcome on the live stream. Green is getting more and more intense. So Zalim is asking where we are from. We are here in Utsjoki in the far north of Finland. So if you are just joining before the show gets crazy, let me show you the map. We are that green dot in the far north of Finland, just across the border from Norway. In Utsjoki, that's one of the best places in the world to see the Northern Lights. And we have Mohan here. Good evening to you as well. Nice to see you again. We are going to be overexposed very soon, so let's bring this down. And we have some really nice green over there. I know I've been saying that for a while, that it's going to start soon, but now it is actually starting, as you can see. Some proper movement. And soon it's going to be difficult to decide where to point the camera. You can probably all recognize the Big Dipper right in the center top of the frame. Thank you, Mohan, for the compliments. Always happy to hear that I'm doing a good job with those Auroras. It's always such a challenge to get everything set up and working, and now we have some really gorgeous northern lights here in the sky of Finland and Norway. I am standing in Finland. The tree in front of the camera is in Finland, but the mountains in the background are in Norway. And Zalim, these are northern lights. The northern lights are Aurora borealis. And in a nutshell, this is a result of the collision of particles from the sun with gases in the higher layers of our atmosphere. And Andy, yes, I think it is worth watching on a bigger screen than the phone. It has become a little bit more diffuse again and less bright, so we don't see clear shapes as we did a few minutes ago. But it is beautiful nonetheless, and it's covering quite a big area of the sky. Some strange noises coming, and the wind. I think the ice forming on the river is banging and doing some interesting noises. And I don't know if you hear the wind in the microphone. If you do, I apologize. That's not something I can control. This might be one of the last lives for a few days, as next week I will be focusing filming for a television channel, and I can't say more just yet, but once everything is in the box and announced, I will of course let you know what it is all about. Well, obviously it's going to be about the lights. Yes, Mohan, a lot of strange noises. I don't know what they are, the Yeti or who knows what. Maybe there's a bear behind me. Geez guys, it's getting really cold here with the wind. And the lights have moved a little bit to the east and even the south, so here we go. Yeah, it's actually just when I turn that we get it back in the north, and it's going to maybe going to get very interesting. Yes, that's nice. So Mohan, yes, the single malt is at home, and luckily home is not far away. Whoa, we have some movement. That's so nice. James, I've seen your question. Give me a second to answer while I make a plan on where to point the camera, because it is becoming really, really, really good. Wow, 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 we have some movement. The northern lights are alive. That's nice. So James is asking that on live stream and often in photos we see really vibrant greens, purples and reds. Is that visible to the naked eye when it is strong, or is it more white in color to the eye? So right now what you see on the stream, and I'm looking at the stream at the same time as I'm looking at the sky, it is very, very similar. It's a little bit more vibrant on the screen than it is to the naked eye, but not by far. So it is very, very close. When it's moving fast and bright, we can actually see pink fringe under the green, and we see it as vibrant to the naked eye as to the camera. The biggest difference between camera and naked eye is when the lights are weak, because then we can take some really, really long exposures with the camera and we can reveal a lot more than the naked eye can see. But when they are bright like now, it's very similar. Of course, I can't speak for all pictures and streams. I personally remove a lot of color saturation from my videos, streams and pictures, because I don't like to have colors that are much more vibrant than reality. So I always try to show you guys something that's as close as possible to the real world, like now. And Scott, you are very welcome. Leon, you should indeed teleport yourself to here. Yes, I do feel very lucky to see this almost every night, at least every clear night. And now we are talking, we have the movement, we have the pink or purple, and I can also see it to the naked eye. It is absolutely gorgeous and amazing. It is like a wave, it is like a curtain in the wind. You can imagine whatever you want. And James, you are very welcome. I honestly don't like those oversaturated pictures because they give a wrong image of what the Northern Lights really are. And it's very deceiving for people who travel all the way here to see that. Yeah, now I'm just looking at the screen again and at the sky, and it is a little bit more green on the screen, but I can actually see the green to the naked eye as well. What a night! It started slowly, but it is moving really fast. And Zalim, you are seeing a very good show of Northern Lights for the first time, and if you ever have a chance to travel to the north to see them with your own eyes, you are very welcome to Utsjoki. And Mohan is reminding us that we saw some pretty awesome lights last year. Yes, we absolutely did. And for those of you who are new here, you can head to my YouTube channel to the videos after that. There are a lot of live recordings, and I have also a lot of videos that I filmed during the other nights. So when this show is over, you can just continue viewing the lights on my YouTube channel. Let's turn a little bit there. And yes, we can see pink to the naked eye. There hasn't been so much pink yet tonight, but when it appears under the green, it is as visible to the naked eye as to the camera. And I wouldn't be surprised now with this intensity that we get some purple or pink fringe under the green. I mean, there has been a little bit before, and it was also visible to the naked eye, but it's been very localized and short. So we have some really nice movement tonight. And some really nice wind that's keeping me really cold. Ah, we have a car coming on this side. And Scott is in Oregon watching. Enjoy your lunch, Scott. And Christina is asking if I ever just sit back and watch without recording. That's a good question. Not often, but I have a like a remote release cable, something for my, I don't know how you say in English, for my camera. So sometimes I just point the camera to the direction where the lights are, and I just, you know, press the button with my thumb and just watch the lights, of course, and then not really bother about the camera. So yes, I do love to just enjoy. And well, right now, for example, I'm not looking at the screen. I'm just, of course, talking to you guys, but I'm looking at the sky and enjoying the show as well, and seeing this nice wave in front of us moving from right to left. And I'm not looking at it on the screen. I am enjoying it with my own eyes, and it is beautiful and humbling. And there's a little bit of pink. And yes, William, remote trigger is the way to go, and to remember to look up. Of course, it is. Well, you missed the wow, Christina. Now you have to wait for the next outburst. It's different for me compared to when you come as a tourist and you just have a few hours or a couple of nights under the lights, and then you just really need to enjoy. And that's why when I'm guiding some chases, either for my own company or for Aurora Holidays, we do take pictures of the guests ourselves as guides. And we really, I mean, obviously, if you want to take your own pictures, we let you. But I really encourage guests and visitors to just look and to have the memories through their eyes, in their head, rather than through the back screen of a camera, because it is completely different. We will take pictures of you guys. We will take pictures of the lights. You always get all the pictures when you go home. It's, I think, really a lot more important to create memories by just looking. Unless you're a photographer and that's something you want to do to sell or to build a portfolio. It's not that easy to take a proper picture of the lights. You need a lot of planning. You need to know how to use a camera. Most people haven't really practiced night photography before traveling to the Arctic. And then you just spend a lot of time trying to figure out the settings and which button to press and how to move this or that setting, because every single camera is different. So if you're not sure, just enjoy. I think it's the best way to go. That's my recommendation, at least. And Flores, yes, it is really nice. You can see some nice movement. And it is getting more and more alive. And I think I need to maybe turn that a little bit to here. And we have a clear sky snowfall, so it's always fun for the gear. We can see the lights, we don't have any single cloud, but we have precipitation. And yes, Floris is saying the same, just enjoy the moment and don't be stuck behind your camera, because you are going to miss the best moments. I mean, it is really great to have a good Aurora picture, but it doesn't really capture the immensity of the show. Like it is when you see it with your own eyes and that it's actually moving and dancing. Even a real speed video doesn't do justice to how great the show actually is. And yes, David, I am also indeed snorting a little bit, so that's very unfortunate, but that's the cold. And once in a while I mute the microphone and blow my nose, but it comes back after a couple of minutes. And we have a nice, very typical spiral now. go more to that direction. And David, where were you when you saw this KP9 storm? That's interesting to know. When we have a KP9, we don't even need to bother here because the lights are going to be so far in the south that we won't even notice anything happening here. And here we have some movement again. And some pink. Beautiful. And again, I will show this on my social channels tomorrow. There is quite a bit of red mixed with the green. That is something that even the film camera is not picking up, and definitely not the naked eye. But there is a lot of red in this show tonight. And it's been non-stop now since I went out. So when was it? About an hour and 10 minutes ago. And now we have, I need to go a little bit higher up because we get these really nice shapes. Like these kind of needles at the top. So that's a very typical shape of the Northern Lights. Beautiful. And so much red, that's really nice. Can't wait to show you guys the pictures. This is such a nice spiral, like one of my favorite shapes. That's nice, wow. It's becoming really good. Oops, getting overexposed also. Nice. That is really amazing. So time to share again if you want. so that your friends can see how amazing it is, and maybe then you come to visit us here in Utsjoki. And Mr. Money Pony, very nice that you love it. And Andrea, I am in Utsjoki in the far north of Finnish Lapland, almost as far north as you can get. Pierre, oui, il y a de quoi être jaloux. Je suis désolé, mais au moins je partage ça en direct avec tout le monde. And Floris, yes, it is really, really nice, really beautiful. Elton, Pepika, yes, it is really beautiful. What a night again! Whoa, I love it. Perfect. Just wish it wasn't that windy. If you like what you are seeing, and if you would like to support me, I would greatly appreciate a follow on the YouTube page and to subscribe to notifications. Then you will be first to know next time I go live. And if you want to support me even more, you can use the Buy Me a Coffee link that is in the description, and you can see it on the screen as well. That will always be super, super appreciated, as this is something that I'm doing more and more and becoming a major part of my professional activity. So thank you in advance to everybody who's supporting me one way or the other. Amélie, bonsoir. Quelle température? Il fait -13, je pense, ce soir. Donc c'est pas très très froid pour la région, hein. Dimanche dernier il faisait -25. Mais -13 là ce soir avec beaucoup de vent, donc ça fait très froid. Et les vêtements, plusieurs couches, donc des sous-couches en laine mérino. Et après, on enchaîne une polaire, puis une grosse doudoune, et bonnet, gants, bottes, plusieurs paires de chaussettes bien sûr. Donc merci de nous rejoindre ici à Utsjoki dans le grand nord de la Laponie finlandaise. And we have Philip from Costa Rica. Nice to see you. I think you're one of the first from Costa Rica. Elton, thank you so much for the coffee. That's really, really nice. Trying to read all the comments. Floris. Yeah, I post pictures on Facebook and Instagram. I do tend to post more in Instagram stories. That's REZ Photography in English, REZ Photography on Instagram. Maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow morning, depending on the situation with the show. Amélie, oui, je vous en prie, j'habite en Laponie, effectivement, à Utsjoki. Dites-moi où vous allez, dans quelle zone de la Laponie. La Laponie est quand même grande, mais on ne sait jamais. And we have somebody from Argentina. Good, afternoon. And Kako from Brazil. Good afternoon to you as well. So lovely to see so many people from across the world. And we have a beautiful live show of the Northern Lights here in Utsjoki. If you just join me, I will quickly put the map. We are on the green dot Utsjoki, that's the northernmost municipality in Finland, and we can go a little bit to the northeast, a little bit further north in Finland, but it's almost as far north as one can get in Finland, and it is truly a prime aurora viewing location. And this is not a coincidence that I ended up living here. I did my research and had so many wonderful experiences, as you've been able to witness. I think this is the third winter that we are doing live streams, and I'm really grateful for all of you guys who've been here almost every live stream in the 3 seasons. And of course, welcome to all the new viewers. So many comments I'm trying to read at the same time. Is there a nearer airport than Ivalo? Ivalo is the, I think, easiest airport, and it's in the same country. We have an airport in Kirkenes that's a few kilometers further away, but the road is also not as easy. I mean, it is a proper road, but going around fjords and up and down and through mountains, so it's a little bit more challenging in the winter. So Ivalo is really recommended if you book a trip with, I think, almost any of the local tour operators. You do get an airport transfer included in most or a lot of the packages, so that is usually not an issue. Amélie, vous pouvez bien sûr m'envoyer un mail. Vous pouvez aller sur mon site web qui doit avoir un lien quelque part sur la page YouTube. Et il y a le formulaire de contact. Et sinon, c'est info@rez-photography en anglais.com. Donc n'hésitez pas à m'envoyer un message. Thank you, somebody who just bought 2 coffees. Thank you so much. Well, I myself, I only do Northern Lights chases, so I don't have accommodations or packages. I don't really do airport transfers myself, but the local companies, a lot of them do. I do guide for Aurora Holidays, and yes, airport transfer is included in the package that they offer, and they actually offer a all-inclusive package. El Despertar, thank you so much for your nice comments. Love that you love the energy. And yes, I am back doing the live streams. Les amoureux et amoureuses de la Finlande, bienvenue à vous. Et si vous le souhaitez, And we are back. Sorry about that. I think the sound must be back, yes. And the lights are back, and I am back, and everything is working again. And we have a really good show tonight. Isabelle, c'est effectivement spectaculaire. It is really growing now and getting brighter and higher. Let's see what is going to happen. And it is still cold. Amélie demande si je vois ça depuis la maison. Alors ce soir, oui, j'ai été paresseux. Je suis sorti de la maison, j'ai marché 20 mètres. Je suis au bord de la route parce qu'il n'y a pas d'arbres. Et donc voilà, je suis juste devant la maison effectivement, avec la meilleure vue du monde. Et les collines que vous voyez là en bas de l'écran sont en fait en Norvège, juste de l'autre côté de la frontière, de l'autre côté du fleuve, qui marque la frontière entre la Finlande et la Norvège. Ah oui, je vends du rêve, le rêve des aurores boréales. It is becoming brighter. I'm not imagining it. I have a good feeling about this one. And Christina, there's going to be a lot of wows, probably, hopefully. I really hope so. And then we'll wrap it up because I am becoming a big icicle here. I don't know what's happening. There is such a bright bend coming from the northwest there. So well defined, and then it's doing the spiral. So we are keeping an eye on all this. Et Claude, bonsoir, ça fait longtemps. J'espère que vous allez bien. Rudy. Yes, it has been a great show, and it looks like it is starting again, so we are really lucky. How cold is it there? It is minus 13 degrees Celsius, plus a massive wind chill. I don't know how much, but it is windy and really cold, guys. it's like all the green is concentrated in that kind of spiral. It's very interesting to see. Like usually it's stretching across the sky, now it's just doing this spiral just here in the north and all the way almost to the zenith. The sky is glowing green almost all the way to the south, like just a faint glow, so there is definitely some background activity, but it's all concentrated here in what you can see. And Henry, hello. Jay, hi to you as well. Susie, you're very welcome. I enjoy sharing it with you guys. Lauren, happy that you find it beautiful. Et Claude, ouais, pas d'aurore en Casamance, mais c'est joli aussi par là-bas, j'y étais une fois. So we've been live now for 1.5 hours, and we've seen non-stop green, and most of the time it was actually pretty intense, so that is a really good night. Amélie, j'habite ici depuis ça va faire presque 3 ans, et ça fait bien plus que même 10 ans maintenant que je viens régulièrement tous les hivers pour voir les aurores boréales et les autres merveilles de la nature de la Laponie. And Susie, thank you so much for your like and subscription. If you haven't already, yes, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's really helpful to stay visible and relevant in this world of algorithms. So thank you for following. And if you want to support me financially, you can buy me a coffee. There's the link on the screen and in the video description. And everybody who sends me coffee will receive a couple of wallpaper type of pictures of the night. So I appreciate all forms of support. Thank you all who have already contributed. That's always amazing to see. This may seem easy to be standing and talking to you guys, but it's a lot of work to get in position, to get everything set up, to get the right equipment, to struggle with the cold. All these electronics are really struggling with cold weather and snow, so always greatly appreciating all the supports. Amélie, je vous en prie, envoyez-moi un message et on pourra en discuter plus au calme après ce magnifique spectacle. getting more action again. Where do we turn? I can show you to the right. It's back all the way there. And to left, it's going all the way again to that thing shooting up. I think this is promising now. And be ready to hear me say goodnight, because it's getting really, really cold. Really cold, guys. The weather forecast was not even giving so much wind, so I was really surprised when I felt my house shaking a little bit earlier. So let's wait a few minutes if we have a nice extra outburst, and then we will decide to call it a night. Looks like it is spreading again. I should take another still picture. Oof. So much red still, it's quite amazing. So much. And yes, Andy, that's very correct. Ooh, it's dancing, wow, that's nice. Beautiful. What a night! And thank you very much, Susie. Nice that you found me too. I do live streams as often as I can when it's clear. Even tonight I said, hey, I'm not going to do one because it's so cold and windy, but I did it anyway. A capuchon, yes. I don't know how it is actually. What's the word? And it's getting bright. We are getting probably pink. I don't know. Let's see. Sorry, I tried to read the comments and at the same time some crazy stuff are happening here. What is happening? It keeps getting very intense and then it just decides, not yet. So we've been really lucky tonight. And we do have indeed so many patterns tonight. It's been a very interesting night. And Guy is asking what countries we can see this. Well, obviously here in Finland. And all countries around the Arctic Circle, so Norway and Sweden as well, Iceland, Greenland, Canada and the USA in Alaska and Russia. And sometimes you can see them further south when there is stronger levels of activity. And yes, Susie from Scotland. So what I meant, when there is stronger activity, the lights will move further to the south. So you can then see them from the north of Scotland, you can see them from even Denmark or the north of Germany, but it's not going to be anywhere near what you can see here. So, almost fell on my own tripod. It's getting really cold here. We've been live for almost 2 hours or over 1.5 hours, and it's been amazing. Really beautiful lights. It's not over. You can head to the Aurora Holidays YouTube channel if you want to see what happens next. I'm assuming it's also clear at their camera location. We have some nice movement behind me. It's always so hard to decide when to stop. This is actually becoming nice. Okay, 5 more minutes. Let's focus back on the sky. Five more minutes, guys. Then I will call it a night. You see how nice I am? Well, Andy, the lights always get the better of me. Absolutely always. Amélie, ça danse en effet. Ça danse, ça danse. And we have Teresa here. Nice to see you too. And yes, very nice. And we have Tina that also just joined. Ow. It does look great. I haven't even checked the solar wind since we went out, so I don't even know what's the deal. So KP1, very slow solar wind, but a high density, and a BZ that's been oscillating between plus and minus values, and this is exactly the reason why we haven't gotten anything super fast. This is probably the reason why we've gotten some red, because of the high density. That's something I have observed many times before. Yeah, so we are going to some negative BZ values soon, but I will then invite you to watch the rest of the show on the Aurora Holidays channel. And hopefully the lights will stay a little bit in the north like they have been the whole night, and then on the Aurora Holidays live channel you will be able to see the rest of the show while I go back inside and warm up. So I'm going to wish you all a good night and a good end of the afternoon for all the people who've been following from Argentina and Brazil and the US and Costa Rica, and sorry for the ones that I forgot. So if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel. That's always super helpful to me. And if you want to support a little step further, you can buy me a coffee. That's always amazing. Thank you to all of you who have contributed tonight. I will be sending some pictures to the email address that you left on the page very soon, hopefully tomorrow or the day after. So I'm going to leave you with this for now. Let's end this on a prettier side. So as always, thank you so much, guys. Stay tuned until the next one, and thank you very much for all of the comments and for keeping me company under the Northern Lights. So thank you all, and head to the Aurora Holidays channel for the rest of the action. Good night, everybody.